Top 10 Most Expensive Cars in the World. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Top 10 Most Expensive Cars in the World. So make sure to watch the full video. By far most of individuals can merely fantasize about claiming costly supercars or extravagance models. The typical expense of another vehicle is around £30,000. However, that presumably wouldn't buy another entryway reflect for the world's most costly vehicles in this rundown. These mind-boggling costly vehicles are past games vehicles, past supercars, and are best depicted as either hypercars or megacars. Except for the ultra-extravagant Rolls-Royce Boattail, every one of them are very abnormal, extraordinarily strong and instinctively astonishing models, with maximum velocities well in overabundance of 200 miles per hour. Some of them likewise make the rundown of the quickest vehicles on the planet. From Lamborghini to Rolls, auto producers don't frustrate with regards to offering the most rich and delightful vehicles on the planet, class, a never-seen-before plan, areas of strength for L, and comfort. These vehicles offer these and considerably more. The most rich vehicles have restricted releases, and at regular intervals, a restricted version of a supercar comes up. It often goes with a retail cost that is more than its past models. The restricted versions of these vehicles are purchased when they send off, with individuals racing to snatch the most recent ones. With regards to very good quality hypercars and super quick supercars, a couple of organizations ought to strike a chord first: Bugatti, Ferrari, Koenigsegg, Rimac, and Pagani, among others. These makers have solidified themselves as the head honchos in the supercar and hypercar space, reaching out to their richest customer base the quickest, most uncommon, prettiest. In any case, to figure out which of these out-of-reach to most vehicles is the priciest, we've scored the receipt sheets and uncovered 40 vehicles generally worth $1 at least million. The gathering incorporates half-breed Ferrari convertibles, an American speed ruler, a couple of electric hypercars, and two exceptional Rolls-Royce vehicles worked for eminence. However, it would be ideal for we to note, the costs recorded here are the cost of the vehicles when new. So we're not including sell-off vehicles like the Ferrari 250 GTO or overrated handed-down deals. However, relax, there's still many millions worth of vehicles here to spark your interest. Large numbers of the world's most costly vehicles are unique cases or few-offs, worked in a totally customized way, and dispatched for very much obeyed proprietors. You unquestionably will not neglect to be seen assuming you're cruising the roads in them. However, many will have been buried in the proprietors. Confidential carports to shield them from meddlesome eyes. Number 1. Rolls-Royce Boattail. At the point when the mind-blowing Rolls-Royce Boattail was divulged, it marked a revisitation of legitimate, custom coach building for the celebrated English brand. In the event that the actual plan didn't blow your mind, then, at that point, the stunning value absolutely will. Indeed, there have been exceptionally extraordinary exemplary vehicles that sold for more at sell-off. Yet as a pristine vehicle, nothing comes near the Rolls-Royce Boattail. It's likewise one of a kind in this organization since it's an extravagance model, not a vehicle offering mind-twisting velocity and center dealing with. Inexactly connected with the V12-fueled Rolls-Royce Ghost Hunter, the Boattail is enlivened by ultra-extravagance yachts from the 1920s, and passed with a custom body with a removable rooftop covering, another degree of inside finish, and what's known as a facilitating suite. An initial back deck containing a parasol, elegant outside seating, and a champagne cooler. 3 Rolls-Royce Boattails have been implicit aggregate, tweaked from the beginning by their very much obeyed proprietors. The cost. Rolls doesn't examine the foul way of cash, yet the gauge is somewhere in the range of £22 £25 million each, making it by a wide margin and away the world's most costly new vehicle. Number 2. Bugatti La Voiture Noire. Cost: £11.4 million, approx. There's your normal or nursery Bugattis, and afterward there's the Bugatti La Voiture Noire. It's a genuine oddball, and keeping in mind that your swamp standard Chiron costs £2.5 million, including charges, this cost above and beyond multiple times that. It's the world's second most costly vehicle. Then, at that point, it depends on a Chiron under. It's a respect to a unique 1940 sort 57 Atlantic owed by Bugatti's pioneer's child, Joan Bugatti. It strangely evaporated while going on a train from the Bugatti manufacturing plant in Molsheim, France to Bordeaux. Think the La Voiture Noire is costly? Obviously, Ralph Lauren turned down a proposal of $100 million for his one of two Sort 57 Atlantic. Number 3. Bugatti Centobiasi. Cost, £9 million. Contrasted with the La Voiture Noire, the Bugatti Centobiasi is decidedly normal. Bugatti will assemble 10 instances of the hypercar, and one has been purchased by footballer Cristiano Ronaldo. Perceive a few subtleties of the Centobiasi. That may be on the grounds that you recall the last Bugatti to be worked by the French producer, before it was taken under the wing of Volkswagen. Called the EB110, it equaled the McLaren F1 with a carbon fiber skeleton, dynamic streamlined features, and a 550 pounds, 3.5-liter quad Super V12. The Bugatti Centobiasi gets similar forceful front end and uses a comparative precisely customizable back wing as the EB110 Super King. However, it'll blow it into the following week with a monstrous 1,600 pounds from a tuned rendition of the Chiron's 8.0-liter quad Super W16 motor. Number 4. Bugatti Divo. Cost, £4.8 million. The pecking order of extraordinary Bugattis is very clear. The more costly they get, the less are constructed. The Divo is a simple £4.8 million, actually making the standard Bugatti Chiron look modest, and 40 models were delivered. In July 2021, the last model moved off the creation line and was given to its proprietor. Who could have imagined the Bugatti Divo depends on a Chiron and utilizations that W16 motor once more. However, it's been planned as a more track-centered sports vehicle than a straight-line fighter, with all-new carbon fiber bodywork cutting down the weight, more downforce, and a decreased maximum velocity, down to simply 236 miles per hour. The standard Chiron will go quicker still with its unique maximum velocity mode, up to 261 miles per hour. However, the Bugatti Divo will beast its kin in the curves. It likewise get a seriously threatening hope to assist it with sticking out, while there's an enormous cluster of personalization choices. Number 5. De Tomaso P72. Cost, $1.3 million. The De Tomaso P72 is essentially the meaning of wonderful. The shapely supercar appeared at the 2019 Goodwood Celebration of Speed with a supercharged Passage V8 flaunting 700 drive. The P72 denoted the arrival of the De Tomaso brand after almost 30 years on rest, and assuming you need one, it will cost you no less than $1.3 million. Number 6. Ferrari LaFerrari. Cost, $1.4 million. At $1.4 million new, the Ferrari LaFerrari is really one of the most reasonable supercars on this rundown. It's an arrangement stood out from the most expensive vehicle here. Appearing in 2013 with 950 crossover ponies, 708 kilowatts, and a maximum velocity of around 220 miles each hour, 354 kilometers each hour. This is as yet Ferrari's quickest and most impressive creation model to date. The organization constructed only 499 instances of the car somewhere in the range of 2013 and 2016. Number 7. Pagani Huayra. Cost, $1.4 million. Inarguably perhaps of the prettiest vehicle on this rundown, the Pagani Huayra cost a cool $1.4 million when new. Like the LaFerrari, Pagani constructed the Huayra in very restricted numbers. The organization hand-built only 100 units of the car somewhere in the range of 2012 and 2018, with one more 20 forms of the BC model, which makes our overview further down, someplace in the scope of 2017 and 2019. Controlling every single model was a Mercedes-AMG V12 equipped for 720 strength, 537 kilowatts. Number 8. McLaren Elva. Cost, $1.7 million. The McLaren Elva is one of the furthest down the line increments to the English supercar producer's celebrated heritage. For sure, even without a genuine windshield, be that as it may, no decision or roof to rely upon. The Elva produces 804 strength and 590 pound-feet of power from its twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8. At first, McLaren revealed just 399 units, yet later the association dropped that to an essentially more meager 249 models. One way or the other, the vast majority of you won't ever get your hands on one. The Elva costs $1.7 million. Number 9. Schenker 21C. Cost, $1.7 million. You probably won't have the foggiest idea about the name Stinger yet. However, this California-based store automaker is liable for the $1.7 million 21C supercar. With 1,250 pull-on tap thanks to a 2.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8, the 21C can rocket to 60 miles each hour in 1.9 seconds and a maximum velocity of around 281 miles each hour. Number 10. Ferrari Monza cost $1.7 million. Comparable as the roofless McLaren Elva, the Ferrari Monza SP1 and SP2 are about outside motoring. As the name derives, the SP1 is the single-seater decision, while the SP2 has scarcely adequate room for you to bring along a buddy. The two vehicles come filled by a comparative ordinarily suctioned 6.5-liter V12 engine prepared for 809 drive and 530 pound-feet. Unfortunately for U.S. buyers, neither of these models are street legitimate in the States. In any case, you have the assets to manage the cost of the vehicle's $1.75 million sticker price. Getting onto a track likely won't be an issue at any rate. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.